Hey y'all, it's Lisa Blonay, and welcome back to Blonay Got Tea. You already know I bring you the messy from these social media streets, while my POV brings the tea and the smoke. Thanks for tapping into your daily dose of new media news. Real, not fake, because all we want is the truth. Make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and of course, join the society. Let's get into it.
Hey guys, what is up? It is Lisa Blonay. I am back with another live stream video, and we are back for part 2 of the Sean Diddy Combs sentencing hearing for today. Today, Diddy will learn his fate, i.e., he will learn how long he will be in jail, prison, okay? If he will be time served, as his defense team wants, as well as his family. They're asking for 14 months, i.e., time served, and he will be released today. Or, as the government, the prosecution, the state is asking for 135 months, which is, if I'm not mistaken, 11 years behind bars, you guys. All right. Now, we took a break. I guess they took a 50-minute lunch, as did we, but we are now back on schedule. Now, we are getting up to the minute, not minute by minute, but up to the minute details of exactly what is going on inside this courtroom as we speak, thanks to Inner City Press. And this is where I will be getting my information from, and I will be keeping you up on the latest. All right. Now, in between the time that we are waiting, we will have different things that I will go over that pertains to specifically the Diddy Combs case. All right. Now, let's go ahead and see if there's any updates. But I did want to also let you know about people such as Capricorn Clark, who was an employee, because this didn't just happen to his girlfriend. It didn't just happen to his intimate partners. This was across the board, this type of treatment. And this is what makes this is so scary. Now, we do have impact statements for people, victims such as Cassie, and we do have statements that are for Diddy, such as Young Miami and others. All right. Now, so far, his family has spoken. Of all of his children have spoken. Okay. That's what we heard before the break. A few of them were crying. The twins, his daughters were crying. We heard his son speak up as well. Now we are going to get into the latest updates as of now. And then, of course, we'll get into the other things. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining. Make sure you smash that like button. Share out this live if you guys are feeling the vibe. Go ahead and subscribe. All right. Let's go ahead and get into it. I am going to refresh the Inner City Press. Now, I'm just going to read it because when I put it on screen, it doesn't pop up automatically and it's so cumbersome, but I got you. Okay. So now let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. Let's see what is going on. Done. All right, so we zoomed at 2 o'clock. All right, as of 36 seconds, 2:11 p.m. Let me see. No, let's go 21 minutes. No. All right, so it says a vlog 2 midway through U.S. versus Sean Combs sentencing. U.S. says he set up speaking gigs in Miami for next week. Maya won't be testifying due to bullying from a letter that was written by the defense. Okay. Combs' children speak. Westmoreland, his defense, even sobs on the icon's behalf. And they brought up the Dylan Jordan case. 2 more lawyers and a reverend. Okay. And Diddy. So these are the people that are going to speak. All right. And then we're going to go on. Okay. So as of a minute ago, we are right on time, you guys. As of a minute ago, the first update is, hold on, 2:11 p.m. They're back. This is the judge speaking. He says, Mr. Steele says, I am honored to practice in this majestic courthouse. I sit here with tears in my eyes. I can't believe we're here. Sean has impacted America in such a positive manner. So this is one of the team of Diddy's lawyers, Steele, who is speaking right now on Diddy's behalf, right? And he got tears in his eyes. He has tears in his eyes. So it seems like that is the going narrative for everyone who is speaking up for Diddy. They are trying to pluck the heartstrings of the judge and everybody else. All right. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we are here to see the justice of the wheels of justice turn. However slow, we're here for it. Okay. Thank you guys for being in the comments. Hello. What is up, Breadwinner? Thank you so much for joining me and being brave enough to come forward and give your POV. Thank you so much. All right. So now let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. Now, also, we're going to hear, I said Capricorn Clark. I wanted to also point your attention towards his sons. He is not the only one facing charges, you guys. Christian Combs has also been named. All right. There are victims such as Thalia Graves, who has a representative. I think Gloria Allred represented her. She has spoken out too as well. Now, people have been throwing around the fact that maybe Donald Trump will pardon him. And I want to let y'all know it will probably be a null and void. And don't take my word for it. I'm going to play you the video that Sean Diddy Combs did an interview with Charlemagne the God of the Breakfast Club, and he absolutely went in on Trump. He left nothing but bones as he tore the character and the mere existence of Trump to shreds. All right. So this is what I'm saying. It's highly unlikely, and we've heard Trump speak on this before. So all I'm saying is don't bet your bottom dollar on it. All right. Don't bet your bottom dollar on it. Now let's go ahead and get into, now, you know, I like to keep you up to date with the inner city press on up to the minute. So we are going to see. All right, here we go, you guys. As of 17 seconds ago, the defense still continues to speak. He says the jury has spoken. We have been convicted of 2 counts of the Mann Act. Sean's father was unalived when he was 3 years old. He was raised in Harlem in the 1970s. It was different. His mother had 3 jobs, moved them to Mount Vernon. So he seems to be telling the backstory of Combs and taking the sort of sympathetic route. So I guess we're going to hear the hardships that he went through, kind of echoing the letter that Sean Diddy Combs wrote to the lawyer, which I think will be read in court. I don't know. I read this earlier in part 1. And you guys, make sure you become part of the replay gang so you can hear that. And also, he presented an 11-minute video, or about 11-minute video, really highlighting all of the positive things that Combs has done for the community, opening up 3 charter schools, showed intimate and delicate and delightful moments with him and his twins, his children, his girlfriends, and things like that, trying to paint the narrative of Diddy as a good guy. And what else can we expect from not only Diddy, but his $1 million team of lawyers? Okay. Now, also, I think 2 other people, Reverend Dr. Johnson and someone else, is going to speak on Diddy's behalf, which is coming up. And also, Diddy plans on standing up and speaking for himself as well. All right. So now let's go ahead and see if there's any more updates, and then we can get into some of the information that I have to bring you. Okay. So we won't just be sitting here in silence, waiting with bated breath on the up to the minute updates of what is actually going on in the courtroom. Okay. We're pretty much caught up. As of 2 minutes ago was the last update. Let me make sure, you guys. Yeah. So Steele is still speaking on Diddy right now. Like I said, I wanted to get into the fact that Diddy is not the only one facing charges, okay? Like father, like son. And if you guys remember when, let's see, hold on. When Sean Combs got up and spoke on the behalf of his father, he said that they were like twins, okay? He took after his father, and apparently so, when I show you what I found, okay? Now let's go ahead and get into this. And we are going to cover this because I wanted to let you know, not only shot. Now, I don't know if the charges against Justin Combs have been dropped or not, or the allegations rather have been dropped or not. I don't know if you guys remember the incident that happened in the studio, but we're not going to get into that because I'm not too sure on those charges. But what I am sure of is that Christian Combs has been named in one of the 66 lawsuits that are currently active and against Diddy right now. It's not over, you guys. On top of that, we have the upcoming court case, the criminal trial of Keefe D, who claims out of his own mouth that Diddy put $1 million price tag not only on Tupac Shakur, but Suge Knight as well. Okay, that case is coming up, you guys, in February, I think, of this year. And we will be there live covering that. But let's get back to what's at hand here, okay? Let me make sure there's no more updates. And then I'm going to show you guys a video because I've been on this since the case began. And I'm going to prove that if you haven't followed me, because I'm about to pull up a video that I did on Christian Combs' charges, all right? So let's make sure that we are up to par and up to date with the updates. Like I said, they are up to the minute. They are not minute by minute. So we do have time in between. And I want to keep you informed and entertained at the same time. Okay. If you can call this entertainment, but you know, this is a channel, you know, and I'm putting together all of this information for you. All right. Okay. Here we go. As of a minute ago, Steele goes on to say he goes to Howard, but he has another idea. He goes to work at a record company. He's in the studio with artists. His ear is better than everyone's. His work harder than anyone else. More trauma. His best friend is pow-powed in LA in a drive-by pow-pow. Okay. So he seems to be laying out Diddy's past, and I guess from then till now. All right. And understandably so. Now let's get into this video right quick. It's not going to take that long. And we can hop right back into the up to the minute details. Okay. So let you guys go ahead and take a look at this video, you guys. And I will be back with my commentary.
Christian Combs. Despite this, Combs has not publicly addressed these allegations. Now, P. Diddy, this is yet another one of your kids that is allegedly about to drugging and SAing a woman named Christian Combs. Despite this, Combs has not publicly addressed these allegations. Now, P. Diddy, this is yet another one of your kids that is allegedly about to face some serious accusations of their own. King Combs, who is 26, named in the lawsuit accusing him again of these horrible things. And Tyrone Blackburn, who is the lawyer for the purported victim, exclusively told us that Diddy is aware of this. What does Diddy not know? I mean, you groomed, allegedly, if this is true, you groomed your children for this. If not by faith, by sight. From them just simply seeing how you operate out here in these streets. I feel that the complaint is genuine, but we are yet to see what's to come out of this. Now, among these were claims that Justin Combs, who is 30 years old, a grown man, assisted the music mogul in recruiting underage girls, y'all. Yes, it goes deep and it gets worse. Now, since then, of course, obviously, like clockwork, Justin Combs has refuted those claims in a statement released by his legal reps. And I'm sure this is what's going to happen with King Combs as well. Well, Christian Combs, right? This is how this all works, you guys. Straight BS. And I quote, Justin Combs categorically denies these absurd allegations. They are all lies. This is a clear example of a desperate person taking desperate measures in hopes of a payday. There will be legal consequences for all defamatory statements made about the Combs family, unquote. You guys let me know what your thoughts are about these allegations against not only Diddy, but now his two sons, okay? Now, regretfully for the, according to the reports, a lawsuit accusing the rap artist.
Okay, you know, Lil Rodney Jones also has a lawsuit against Diddy as well. Okay. You guys let me know what you think about this whole information that I brought you. And they even named Justin Combs, all right, with the allegations that he was recruiting underage girls and bringing them to his father and to these freak offs and to these different situations. All right. So both of his sons have been implicated. Like I said, I'm not too sure about Justin and the allegations that are against him, but I do know that Christian Combs is named in one of his father's lawsuits, okay, civil lawsuits. Let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. I do have some updates for you. Let's go. Let's go. It looks like Steele is still talking. And he says, hold on. He says, let me see. He says, Steele goes on to say, on occasion, he would hit the woman he loved. He loved Miss Ventura. I have been with Sean more than my family since I met him. He has taken responsibility. He would have pled guilty to the Mann Act, but they wouldn't offer that. He goes on to say, I have been there when Sean was praying, have prayed for healing for anyone he has hurt. It is now 12 months and 17 days in MDC. There are certain people who gain prestige if they hurt him. The guard stopped a man with a shank. He eats out of bags, chips. So this is what he's saying, you guys. This is what he's saying. All right. So this is Steele, who is testifying or speaking in the hearing for Diddy Combs being released. Okay, as time is served. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what you think about that. Now, I was going to show you all the lawsuits, but it seems like I have to have some type of subscription. So I'll just let you know that there are 66 and counting. Now, I don't know the status of all of them. Some may be inactive, some may be ongoing, but just that sheer number alone is staggering. Okay, this lets us know that this ain't over, y'all. This is not over. Now, I'm going to keep you updated. Let's make sure there's no more updates right now. And this man is facing 135 months. He's facing up to 11 years. Now, let me just make this clear, because the judge has the discretion to go as much as 20 years, because each one of those prostitution charges carries a maximum of 10 years. So he has a wide range of discretion, the judge does, okay? And he's not the jury, all right? So he's not going by the jury deliberations and the jury instructions. He is the judge. He has a much broader spectrum of what he can do, and we're here to see it to the end, okay, to see what goes on. Let me make sure, you guys, let's see what the Inner City Press is saying. Let's see. No, we are pretty much caught up, okay? And of course, we are waiting for the Inner City Press to go ahead and deliver it to us. And I am right now on X. You guys are free to go there too, the Inner City Press on X. If you want to follow along on your phone or, pull it up on your laptop as well and read along with me, you most definitely can do that as well. I invite you to, okay? Now, let me see, you guys. Let's see. And remember, little Rodney Jones is one of the last people that worked with Diddy before this whole thing kind of came to a head. He worked on the Love album with him as well. And his accusations are mind-blowing, okay? But the thing about all of these victims is that each story echoes the other person's story. Okay, so there has to be some truth to this. And you guys know that the defense out in open court said that Diddy is an extremely violent man. And they said this because they wanted you to look at the the circumstances and the situation between Diddy and Cassie as mere domestic violence, and they tried to minimize it, okay? Which they failed miserably, because now it's coming back to bite them in the ass. And that's the reason why they openly like, yeah, he's extremely violent, but this is not a domestic violence. We're not here for domestic violence, right? And now part of that can be used as part of the Mann Act against Diddy in order to sentence him maybe to even the maximum. So that is something that came back to bite them. And it's been brought up today too as well, that y'all admitted that he was not only violent, but extremely violent. Okay. And we're hearing this as Steele is talking. He just said he hit the women that he loves. Like, I don't know how this is going to play out, but let's see if there's any more updates, you guys. I think they're playing a dangerous game here, but ultimately, we know the judge is not going to be moved by emotions or anything like that. He is going to go by the letter of the law within his capacity, but he's also going to go with the evidence presented. Now, some of this evidence, some of the situations, some of the things that the judge learned, he even told us, right, at the end of the trial, hey, I know some things. I've seen some things. I know about your propensity of violence, and there are some situations that I left out of the trial, but I still know about. I'm still aware of. And that is going to make an impact in his decision. Okay? And I think this is going to be what buries Diddy. Besides the common sense that God, gave a worker ant, and just reality, like the judge mentioned before, the totality of his actions against these people and the fear that his victims have put in their impact statements, on top of Mia no longer coming forward today. I think she was going to be the only victim to speak out, but no more, because there was a letter written by the defense, and she said it was bullying is what's preventing her from coming forward. I mean, business as usual much. All right. Diddy was known for silencing victims, going after victims to make them not talk. This is in the paperwork, y'all. This is in the testimony of the trial. Okay. So I don't know if it's looking too good, but let's see if there's any more updates. All right. Because ultimately it's going to be the judge's decision. 7 minutes, 6 minutes. All right. So let's go into here. Let's see. All right. So Combs Steele says, I have been there. Let me see. Oh, no. Let's go to 6 minutes. All right. So Steele says he lives with 25 people in one room. There's a TV area, a supposed bed. There are no UGG trays there. Now, remember, Diddy said there are D-rugs there. Okay. So his lawyer said there are no D-rugs there. He has not taken D-rugs. There is violence. The water is polluted. You have to boil it. There are screams night and day. So this is what the lawyer is saying, okay, to the judge. Let's see. Okay, so we are pretty much caught up. Thank you guys so much for tapping in to Blone Got Tea. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Turn on your notifications so you never miss a live from me. And I will be updating you guys. And we will be live and in person for the upcoming Keefe D. I think his name. I hope I'm not saying it wrong. But the trial for and Sean is involved. Okay, Sean Diddy Combs is definitely involved and has been accused of putting $1 million price tag on the unaliving of Tupac Shakur, as well as Suge Knight. And truth be told, he's also linked to the notorious B.I.G.'s DEATH. Okay, right out here in Los Angeles. All right, at the Peterson building. Okay, it just gets deeper than that. All right. Now let me see. Hold on. And you guys tell me if you guys are familiar with the Little Rodney Jones lawsuit that is currently against Diddy, one of the biggest lawsuits that he has yet hanging over his head. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if there's any more updates. Now, this case is currently on the docket, right? It's current and it's ongoing. Now, this is the case that Justin Dior Combs, his son, is also a defendant in, you guys. So there's two defendants. There's Sean Combs that is named, and there's also his son, Justin. I don't know if we can say like father, like son in this case, but they have clearly learned from their father. Okay. Now they have a few other people that have been named as defendants, like Lucian Grange, Ethiopia, Haptamariam, and Christina Coram, who is Sean Diddy's right hand man or woman. Okay, she is the chief of staff. So there are a lot of people named here, you guys. All right, besides Motown Records, Universal Music Group, and Love Records as well. Okay. Now, little Rodney Jones went in on his case. Okay. And I just wanted to let you know that because I knew it was a case where his sons were involved as well. Okay. Let's see. Now, King Combs, Christian Combs is the one, where they were on the yacht and the yacht employee, the one who brought forth the charges, the allegations and the lawsuit against him. That's what he's involved in. So both of his sons, now I'm thinking, and this is just off the top of my head, that somehow I'm not sure if Justin Combs, and I just want to put that out there, is still involved. All right. But just knowing that alone, y'all, and it's on record, you guys can look it up. I encourage you guys to do the research. All right. All right. So here we go. As of 17 seconds ago, Steele is still talking. He says, some in the media, not all, who have written that Sean is an outcast, a leper, that is not true. He's done things I would only dream of doing. There is a man released to his home, Charles Scruggs. He can speak. He is by the phone now. Okay, so I guess this is somebody else that they want to speak on behalf. Okay, so this is what is going on as we speak inside the courthouse. Okay, inside the courtroom. Now I'm keeping you up to the minute on everything that is going on. All right, so that is the latest. All right. All right, you guys, let me come on back here and see where we are. Now, as far as the little Rodney Jones, let me see. You say he got 6 years. Who got 6 years? They are saying, what's up, I Perez? You say he got 6 years. They are saying, who's saying that? And thank you for tapping in. Okay. Now, I just want to tell you some of the details that's going on with the little Rodney Jones case, you guys, and the summary of events. Now, this started from September 2022 to November 2023, where, Mr. Jones produced 9 songs on Mr. Combs' Love album. Now, he lived with Mr. Combs for months at a time, spending holidays, birthdays, and missing major family events of his own. Okay. Now, Mr. Jones resided at Mr. Combs' residence located in Los Angeles, New York City, and Miami, Florida. He also spent several weeks on a yacht rented by Mr. Combs in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Now, throughout his time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones witnessed, experienced, and endured many things that went far beyond his role as a producer on the Love album. Why am I bringing this up? Because it didn't just happen to Diddy's intimate partners, to his girlfriends, to his side chicks. He was doing this to his employees that had nothing to do with his actual life or his personal life, y'all. These were people that were working on albums, that were cooks, that were assistants. Okay? This is crazy, you guys. All right? And what he endured is absolutely insane. Okay? Now, he raised in his complaint that he had been corroborated through witness statements, video, audio recordings, and images that Mr. Jones has in his possession. So he has a plethora of evidence. Okay? Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to record him constantly. On several occasions, Mr. Combs took Mr. Jones' cell phone and began recording himself. As a result, Mr. Jones had secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings. Now, this is like a slap in the face to Sean Diddy Combs. You had this man record your every breath, and he ends up on his own phone, looks like, hundreds of hours of your behavior. Oh my God. All right. Mr. Combs' staff and guests engaging in serious illegal activity. Now, Mr. Jones secured irrefutable evidence of the acquisition, use, and distribution of ecstasy, powder, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and shrooms. Also, the displaying and distribution of unregistered illegal pow-pows. Y'all, it goes deep. And remember, this is just one of the 66 lawsuits that have just as horrible details and egregious acts and illegal acts as far as the eye can see. All right, let's see if there's any updates, you guys, before I go on. And I just wanted to give you a glimpse into what he was talking about, okay? All right, so now it says, hold on, as of 1 minute ago, still continues. October 6th, it's not a speaking engagement. It is that people realize he is different. He can speak about drugs, about putting your hands on women. He can change people's lives. It is not a speaking engagement. It is a healing. Really? This man is so sure that he is going to get out. And I mean, I'm not saying anything against it. I guess he has total faith in his team. But I mean, at one point, we have to let reality step in and let's watch the wheels of justice turn, shall we? Now, let me see if there's any more updates. Let me see. No, we are pretty much up to date. We are waiting for the next update, you guys. Now let's go on with the little Rodney Jones. Mr. Combs providing laced alcoholic beverages to minors. Y'all see that? That's going to be next. That's going to be next. All right. And ex-workers at his homes in California, New York, and the U.S. Virgin Islands and Florida. Mr. Combs' chief of staff, KK, Quorum, instructing their staff to retrieve UGG trays so they can provide it to Mr. Combs for his consumption. Christian Combs drugging and actually assaulting a woman. Did not tell y'all? Mr. Combs detailing how he planned to leverage his relationship with Bishop T.D. Jakes to soften the impact on his public image of Cassie Ventura's lawsuit. Also, Young Miami's cousin and or assistant actually assaulting Mr. Jones. This is where Young Miami comes into the scene. She was aware of these things that were going on. If her cousin is accused, or her assistant was her cousin, which is accused of actually assaulting Mr. Jones, you were there, girl. You knew of this. And you were the one who wrote an impact statement. Okay? You guys see how the pieces of the puzzle are coming together? Also, actor Cuba Gooding Jr. actually harassing and assaulting Mr. Jones. Okay? And this was all on the yacht. It also says that the rapper on Mr. Combs' yacht consorting with underage girls, y'all, and ex-workers, and R&B singer. We don't know the name. We don't know the name of the rapper or the R&B singer. Those names have been redacted for now. in Mr. Combs' Los Angeles home, consorting with underage girls, y'all. This is what's going to be the next bombshell, okay? Because we didn't really see any minors in the first trial, y'all. Okay? Like I say, it's not over. It's not over. Now, why am I bringing these up? Because I wanted to let you know that both Christian Combs and Justin Combs are also involved, y'all. It's not just Sean. Now, I have a little bit more to go, but let's make sure that we are up on all of the updates, okay? They come in pretty quickly, but we're depending on the inner city press, and so we're going to let that work out, right? Hold on. Let's see if there's anything else. No, we're pretty much in as of 6 minutes ago. Okay, we're pretty much in, you guys. All right, so let me go ahead and get through this, and let me make sure you guys can hear me as well. No. All right, now it also says, and I wanted you guys to know about, and this is what I was talking about, the Chalice recording studio pow-powing. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with that, on or about September 12th of 2022, Mr. Combs held a writers and producers camp at Chalice Recording Studios at 845 Highland Avenue, Los Angeles, California. Now, present at this camp were Mr. Combs, his son Justin Combs, and Justin's friend named G. Now, Mr. G is a 30-year-old tall African-American female. Now, African-American male, I apologize. In addition to these individuals, other musicians were present at the camp. This writer has spoken to several musicians who attended the camp. Now, one evening during the camp, Mr. Combs, Jay Combs, and G were in a heated conversation. Now, that conversation was moved out of the studio and into the restroom adjacent to where Jones was sitting. So he was a witness to what had happened, okay? Now, remember, they went from the studio to the restroom. Pretty sure the door was closed, so he did not actually see that, okay? So it's either going to be before, what he's going to hear while they're in the bathroom, and what happens as a result when they come out of the bathroom. Now, Mr. Jones was approximately 2 feet from the bathroom when pow, pow rang out, y'all. Jones recalls hearing multiple pow pows, okay? This is absolutely crazy. Now, Mr. Jones immediately went into a state of shock and feared that he would be pow-powed next. Mr. Jones generally believed that he would be pow-powed through that door due to how close he was. After the pow-pow ended, a crowd gathered around the restroom. When the door finally opened, Mr. Combs and Justin Combs exited. Now, G, who was always also in the bathroom with them, was lying on the restroom floor in a fetal position, holding his stomach and bleeding out of his leg and hip area. Lip area. Okay, now let's see. Everyone stood around looking upon G. Frustrated. Hold on, you guys. Okay, you guys, let's continue. Sorry about that. All right, so they said, let me see. Everyone's, where was I? Sorry about that. Okay, so he was bleeding out from his leg, hip area, all right? Now, everyone stood around looking upon G. Frustrated by the lack of aid to G, Mr. Jones dropped everything, ran to G, and immediately began placing pressure on G's pow-pow wound to his stomach. As he was applying pressure on his stomach, Mr. Jones realized that G was gushing blood from another area near his leg or hip. He decided to lift G and placed him to sit on the toilet. Mr. Jones asked the crowd to call the ambulance. Now, Mr. Jones lifted G and brought him to the ambulance at the studio's front at this time. Mr. Combs and Justin disappeared to another part of the studio. Now, Mr. Combs gave strict instructions to inform the popos that they had nothing to do with the pow-powing. He also forced Mr. Jones to lie to the popos by telling them that G was pow-powed standing outside the studio by a drive-by assailant. Y'all. So I just wanted to bring that to you, okay? I just wanted to bring that to you. All right? All right, so let's see, you guys. Hold on. All right, so here we go. Here goes the next update. Steele is still talking. He says this was voluntary actual encounter consented to by adults. I agree with Ms. Shapiro. This is an issue preclusion, double jeopardy, a due process violation. So that is what Steele is saying, and that is the latest, you guys. All right, so let me go ahead and bring this down. I just really wanted to drive that point home that Sean Diddy Combs is not the only one, y'all. His sons seem to have taken after him, all right? And they're in a lot of trouble, allegedly. Allegedly. This is absolutely insane, you guys. Let me see if there's any more updates. Let's see, you guys. No. So we're waiting on the next update, you guys. We are waiting on the next update, okay? Let's see what we are working with, y'all. Now, we still haven't heard Diddy speak yet, okay? Because he's going to speak on his own behalf. And they played the video. I don't know if he's going to read the letter out loud. He's already sent it to the judge as of yesterday, but we don't know. We're waiting on that. And I think the prosecution or the state always, comes back in and gets the last word. So we will probably hear from the prosecution as well, okay? Thank you guys so much for tapping in. And there's a lot going on, you guys. Now, he's also been tied to the death of his mother of his children, of his 4 children. Kim Porter, if you guys remember that, okay? He has been linked to that as well. And I don't know, you guys, just the impact of everything that has been going on with Diddy. I think that the odds are stacked against him because he's just done too much. And there's too many people echoing the same sentiment, coming out saying the same things, because this man has a pattern of behavior. This man has a method of operation that he has been using for over 3 decades. I say 4. The man is 56 years old. The man is 56 years old. All right. Maybe 3.5 decades. Now, for 2.5 decades, he has been addicted to D-Rugs. He just told the judge he has not been off of D-Rugs for the past 25 years. Okay. So this man has been in an altered state, and everyone he's dealt with has been in an altered state. If you guys don't remember, the baby oil was tainted. GHB, ketamine, shrooms, nose candy, marijuana. He just had a plethora of D-Rugs that he used to control people. And remember, it had to be a lot of baby oil that would render some people motionless, unconscious, where they could not move and they were taken advantage of. Okay? If you guys remember the testimony from Cassie, who said that she had sores in her mouth that he would not allow to heal because every Friday was a different freak off, and sometimes the freak offs lasted 3 days. We also heard in her testimony that Diddy ordered for one of the escorts or one of the ex-workers to pee in her mouth until she choked. This woman was under the influence for a decade and for 12 years. She was doped up for 12 years. She suffered from many, several different STIs, STDs, open sores in the mouth, never allowed to heal. Okay. They even did it during her time of, when it was that time of the month. He seemed to particularly like that too as well. So we can imagine the swapping of bodily fluids and everything that was going on. And from the testimony of the people who had to clean up, like at these hotel nights and these freak offs, it was so gross. It was so disgusting. All right. And I could just imagine thousands, tens of thousands of dollars in damage. And Diddy just used his money. He just threw his money around, would offer Gina 50K, for an AB, and he was just throwing money around. So him actually giving 50 million for his freedom was nothing to him. It was something to us, like 50 million. It was nothing to him, y'all. This is how he would silence people. This is how he would control people. Hopefully he won't be able to do that anymore. Okay. And some people are coming on here saying he's a changed man and that he doesn't deserve to be in prison another freaking second. But others are not so sure about that. Let's go ahead and get into that. All right. Let's see. All right. So now here we go. Here's the next update. And Steele says, we asked Sean to be able to have a 14-month sentence. He has taken full accountability. He's not using a drug addiction as a crutch. He is saying he wants to repair. He will never be a danger. He is a civil rights leader. Oh my God, they are painting it on thick, aren't they? They are painting it on thick. Wow. Thank you, honey. What is up? What is up, honey? Thank you so much for tapping in. Y'all, what? What? We have to let the defense team do what they do. Okay, this is what they're paid to do. And they're going to throw everything at the wall, like I said, to see what sticks like a spaghetti noodle. All right, we want to see if it's cooked, if it's done. But ultimately, it's going to be the judge's decision. And yeah, y'all. Now, like I said, he was also linked to Kim Porter. And before her untimely DEATH, she was going to put out a book. I wouldn't say she was threatening to put out a book, but it may have seemed like a threat to Diddy because it was going to expose him and all of the secrets and everything that she's seen, everything that she had been through. And I think Diddy saw this as a threat. Now, before we get into this, let's first see, because I'm going to play you guys a video that I did. Like I said, I have been on this for a while now, you guys. All right. And I'm going to play a video that I did on this specific subject and situation. But first, let us check and make sure there's no updates because we know Steele was still talking. They're asking for 14 months. Here we go, guys. Steele says, as of 33 seconds ago, we can now hear from the Reverend. All right. So now the Reverend is here. He's speaking. And this is what the Reverend has to say. He says, I'll be personally responsible for seeing him rehabilitated. I close with this. As Michael Jordan said, these sneakers are just sneakers. But when my son puts them on, and then he says, Sean needs an opportunity. So this is what the Reverend said. Okay. Now we're getting excerpts of what's going on. We're not getting anything verbatim, but it's still keeping us on cue and on point, right? Because ultimately we want to see what the judge is going to say. All right. So while we wait for the next update, wait a minute, hold on. Let me make sure. Let me refresh and make sure, you guys. And I will always stop the video, whatever we're watching. I will always interrupt it if there's an update. Okay. All right. So we are pretty much up to date. You guys go ahead and take a look at this quick video that kind of breaks down the situation around Kim Porter and how she was set to put out a tell-all book. And we think that this was the reason for her untimely unalivement, and this has also allegedly been linked to Sean Diddy Combs himself. All right, you guys go ahead and take a listen to this.
Your host, Lisa Blonay, and I am here to bring you the messy in these streets. Look, we gotta talk, but before we get started, push that subscribe button. Let's go. So, what we know is that Kim Porter was coming out allegedly with the tell-all book that would tell all of Diddy's secrets, right? I'm sure Miami knows this because when I look at Miami in the situation, a lot of times it makes me think of Kim Porter. And I wanted to say, like, maybe is she the new Kim Porter? Okay. Is she the one that now has to strap it on, to please Diddy? I know they say that she was getting an allowance for $500K, right? But it was reduced to $250. Who cares? What is behind that? What is that price tag? What are the duties that are behind that $250K price tag per month? Okay. Is she the one that has to strap on now? I don't know, but let's not get off the subject. Now, what stands out to me, so the book is to come out, right? But we know that Kim shared this information with others, okay? Shakir Stewart, rest in peace. But at the time, if you guys remember, Diddy broke up with Kim to get with J-Lo. It was around 98, right? They stayed together around 2 years. Remember, there was a shooting while J-Lo was dating Diddy. Those who remember it was serious at the time, and Shine got 9 years behind that pow at that club. He went back to Kim. I guess Kim took him back, right? But at that time, when he was getting back with her, he found out that she was dating, and rightfully so, Shakir Stewart. Now, if you guys don't know who Shakir Stewart is, he was a big, powerful name in the music industry, right? Now, he put out big names, and he was behind such names as Beyonce. He warned him to leave Sierra Kim alone, so and no others. I don't know if he decided to leave Kim alone, but I know the next year after that, he came up unalive, y'all.
So she had a lot of stories to tell. And when I went shopping with Puff before, and I'm talking about when I was doing bodyguarding him and he was getting those butt plugs.
But he's picking up those butt plugs, and I like, what the hell is you getting this for, man? And he was like, can I do my shopping by myself? Okay, but when he was getting those butt plugs, I know Kim had something to do with that, because that night at the Swiss Hotel, they were in full effect.
Houses don't get broken into in Hollywood like that. They got all kind of surveillance. They got security and everything like that. They know exactly where those things at. Those iClouds and they know exactly. They could find out where those things are at. If she was doing, if she was writing it, they was doing it in Google Docs, Word, stuff like that. That shit is still out there and it can be pulled out the sky.
You could lose your whole computer. If her kids wanted to do an investigation and wanted to see what was on those documents that was in that computer, all that shit is right there for them to get it. When they try to say the stuff is missing and everything like that, don't believe that the physical of it is missing. But everything that comes over this air, everything that you type, everything that you see, because see, when you're doing a book and you're working with somebody, I don't believe, I could be wrong, I don't believe that Kim was writing that book without some guidance from somebody.
She was last seen looking happy and healthy with her ex and their children at this event just 16 days before her death.
When I was having issues, my man Derek, you know what I'm saying, his mom allowed him to show me how to format, when I first started writing and everything like that.
Sorry, y'all. We got to interrupt it because we have an update. All right. Now let's go ahead and see. Now, as of, let me see. Hold on. Okay, as of 1 minute ago, Reverend is still speaking. The Reverend says, "You have been very honorable in this court." And then Steele speaks up and says, "We'll have Mr. Donaldson, Combs Xavier Donaldson." So Donaldson comes up, which I think is another lawyer. And he speaks now. He says, "It's been a long day, but I think it's been worth it. I want the record to be clear that Mr. Combs is not a pimp." All right, so that's where we are. Let me see. Looks like he's going to keep talking, y'all. Hold on. Shout out to the Inner City Press for giving us the up-to-date, up-to-the-minute coverage of this. So we know exactly what is going on in that courthouse. All right, let's see. All right, that's it. We're waiting on the next update. Hey, what is up, Crazy Goose? Thank you so much for coming through, love. You say, "I love Blonay. She condemns foul actions while trying to look at all sides with compassion." Thank you, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You kind of explained me in a nutshell. I'm surprised you understand me. Lost a lot of friends behind that, but thank you so much, girl. You just figured me the fuck out. All right, you guys, let's go.
Because I didn't know, how to put it in Google Docs and all that other stuff like that. Derek set that up for me. I know how to tell a story. I know how to write. But I don't know her ability to write the story for someone to be able to and articulate it in a manner where it is enjoyable to others. She could tell the facts of the story and what
happened, but I truly believe somebody was helping her. And they may have been, like she typed this and she sent it to them and they redo it or say whatever they want to say. If they wasn't directly spending the time with her, then I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Now remember, allegedly Kim Porter was robbed of 2 laptops when she passed. Now, one of her BFFs, Kimora Lee Simmons, knows a lot, okay? And this is all alleged. Now, the stylist, quote unquote, is said to be on the run. And this is what I'm talking about all these stories that are swirling recently, right? And this came, it's like the stylist came home, right? And it was ransacked. And I think these were scare tactics used. So, so allegedly the stylist is on the run. Now that is another person who I feel knows a lot about a lot that can go into this book. Okay. They have a lot of information. Now the stylist revealed convos with Kim Porter and was present 3 times when Diddy allegedly put his paws on her. Now they say also that Clive Davis was sleeping with Diddy on the regular, okay? Now, like I said, all of this is alleged, right? But as of recently, November 22nd, on Twitter, I'll Be Sure let us know and posted that he had almost lost his life and had woke from a 2-month coma. Now, we don't know what caused this condition, but here's some of the posts that
in early to mid-July, I was in a meeting over lunch, wrapped up, and proceeded back to the studio to continue working on my upcoming project. As I sat in front of the computer, I began to lose feeling on the entire left side of my body and fell over to the side. Fortunately, my phone was within reach, and I was able to call for assistance. I only remember sitting in the ER in a wheelchair, and my brother, DJ Eddie, standing next to me speaking with a security guard. It was October, when I was made fully aware of what had transpired, and was able to start to comprehend it all. I had multiple surgeries covering every...
And this is another person that may hold the secrets to this tell-all book, because I do not believe for 1 second that they started, that they ever stopped seeing each other, okay? I believe that they had a true love, all right? And I do not believe that they ever really stopped seeing each other, okay? Even if it was just for the child, yeah, you can chalk it up to that, but I feel they were genuinely in love, okay? I feel that I'll Be Sure feared for his life. And he believes that Kim Porter was red rummed. She was unalived. He does not believe. And there are allegedly there are some new details out there that are saying that she was found in the bathroom, not in the bed. If she was found in the bed, she must have been propped there. There was also blood on her pillows, okay, as well as a trail of blood from the bedroom to the bathroom. Now, this is allegedly, take this with a grain of salt and do your own research. But what I'm trying to say is there was foul play when Kim Porter left this earth, and somebody wanted to stop her from putting out this tell-all book. Now, the reason why I think that there is still hope that this book is going to be put out because, number one, I think everything that's done in the dark will come to light, right? Not only that, but the truth will always be revealed. You'll never ever that instance that this book is going to come out, but we have avenues. Okay, we have several different people that may have the inside scoop and know the secrets that she was about to put into.
All right, you guys, we do have an update. Hold on, as of 32 seconds ago. Hold on, y'all, because it don't look like y'all can hear me. Okay, yeah, you guys can hear me. Oh, it's just delayed. All right, so we do have an update as of 32 seconds ago. So Donaldson, which is one of Combs' defense lawyer, who is speaking on behalf of Diddy, goes on to say, here in SDNY, we've had U.S. senators prosecuted here. I dare anyone to say anyone else in the past 30 years did what he did in the MDC. The true Sean Combs came back. So that's what he said on behalf of Sean. On Diddy. I'm just gonna say Diddy. I don't know why I keep saying Sean Diddy Combs like I'm a real reporter and shit. That his man, his name is Diddy. We just gonna say Diddy. And well, I'm trying to like be like professional because I like to be professional because I always thought that I was gonna be on Channel 7 News right next to Leslie Sykes and Chris Brown, you know. I thought I was gonna be that, but so I try to bring a little professionalism because I be so good and ratchet when we talking about Krishan Rock. All right, you guys. Let me see. Okay, so is this it? Oh no. As of 2 minutes ago, guys, that's it. Now, I'm sure there's a couple of other places we could go on the internet, but it's not that serious for us to be hopping around, right? You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to get it like we ain't getting paid. Like, not like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't that invested, but as long as we can get the little doodads, and because he's pretty precise, he's pretty on it, and nobody's really going to be up to the minute verbatim. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I like to go so I can be there, so I can see every nuance and feel the atmosphere of the court, and there's a lot of decorum when you're in court. There's a lot of emotions and things that otherwise, if you were outside in the real world, you would be going crazy, going off, yelling, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the outburst is, getting up, you would be reacting, like emotionally reacting. But in court, you have to have that restraint where you can't do that. And just so many emotions, like you like, girl, you like, and you don't want to be the person that's in the audience with all the facial expressions. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be stoic and fair and sit your butt down. So I just like all of that, and just listening to both sides and seeing the like I said, the prosecution. If you really look at it, it's like not like a movie, but it's like almost a dance. It's almost like a back and forth. And it's just amazing. And they're so professional. You know what I'm saying? And it's just awesome. You see a lot of hard work. You see a lot of education that it takes for them to get there. Like, that's why you're over there and you're a lawyer and I'm sitting over here as a spectator. There was a lot to get to with that spot over there, regardless if you like them or not. So I respect both sides, but yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you guys because it's cool. Hold on, y'all. All right, so let's see. All right, so why does this keep on doing this? All right, so let's go. All right, so we do have an update, you guys. 1 minute ago, shut down ceiling. Inner city press in the further effort. Oh no. Oh no. He's tweeting something else. I'm sorry, y'all, because he tweets other things too on top of that. Sorry about that. All right, so Donaldson continues to speak for the defense. He says, I spoke to chiefs of police in Miami. I spoke to superintendents of education in Miami. Everyone said, this is something different. Let me close with this. People like me are supposed to be here to show that we can do it. So that's what he says. Is this more? Oh, no. He's talking about something else, I think. Yeah, he's talking about other things too on his thing. So he tweets several things out. Okay. We're just catching the Diddy things that he's saying. Okay, I get it now. All right, so 58 seconds ago, we're up to date, you guys. That was up to the minute. I'm just making sure there's no more. Okay, that was up to the minute, guys. Let me refresh one more time before I start the video. Thank you guys so much. Tap that like button, share out this live. You guys get us in the algorithm. I appreciate everybody that is in the chat. You guys are giving your POV, which I deeply appreciate, y'all. Hold on. Don't worry about it, you guys. We got 8. Pretty soon we're gonna have 800. You just gotta keep putting it out there, right? Cause y'all gonna come on here for the other court cases. Y'all better bring y'all ass. Fuck Krishan, bring your ass over here. I'm gonna talk about Krishan too. Hell, she ain't the only thing to talk about. But back to my channel 7 professional mode. Let's go ahead and get into this. Uh-oh, y'all, I done lost X. Girl, you can't say that on the air. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Is it? Hold on, y'all. Okay. Let me go ahead and refresh. All right. 2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago. No, we up. Okay, we up to date. Let me refresh one more time before I start the video. Because I feel like, oh no, it's nothing.
To this book, because I do feel that maybe she was working with somebody, maybe she had a ghostwriter, meaning that she, had the guts, but someone had to, put it all together into a pretty package. I'm not taking anything away from Kim. She's beautiful. I know she was a model, an actress. She was a socialite, and I, respect her. But I do feel other people can help you. And I feel that she had some help in some way, shape, or form, whether it was to write it a little bit better, or to, add a little, or to just give her advice, right? Or just be there as a support system. I'm sure she had a support system that shared in this information, y'all. So let us stay tuned for this up and coming Kim Porter tell all book, because I'm telling you, out of the niece as of September of 2022, and he's facing legal action from a woman claiming to be Kim Porter's niece, right? On top of that, we have Albie Shore, which I told you, I think he feared for his life. And he told us that Kim Porter was red rummed, okay? And then on top of that, we have Kimora Lee Simmons, because she was really, really close to Kim. And she was so distraught at the scene. I think she knows something, y'all. This stylist who seems to be on the run and writing the book, y'all. Go ahead and check everything out. Make sure you go over these clips I have shown you and you put the pieces together. But this is not the end, okay? This is not the end of this story. And I just wanted to bring you guys the rest of the information that I found out, okay? I will be back. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share my
Okay, you guys, so I wanted to just give you an angle and let you hear exactly the involvement that Diddy has been, has been accused of having something to do with the untimely death of Kim Porter. Okay. Sometimes they work beyond the grave, justice comes from beyond the grave. Believe that. Let's see. Now, let's go ahead and go into, as of 22 seconds ago, you guys, next, somebody says, my name is Giovanni Serious for Reentry One. We serve a couple of hundred people per year. I have read the letter of those impacted by the teaching and mentorship of Mr. Sean Combs. As a formerly incarcerated person myself, I see the impact. So this is what he says. That's a 22 seconds ago. A little delayed, y'all. So as of a minute ago, yeah. Maybe I should be liking these, shouldn't I? Uh-oh. I should be liking the tweets. All right, you guys, we are waiting. So yeah, I just wanted to bring you that angle. And just like I said, there's other people in, like, around this, like one of her best friends, Kamora Lee Simmons, Shakir Stewart. Like, it's crazy. Shakir Stewart's been tied to Diddy as well. He's no longer with us. Rest in peace. Along with the Kid Cudi, when he blew up his car, went to that man's house. That man came home and Diddy was in his house. Now he did go up in the house, but remember when he set up the for the car to blow up, yeah. That nigga came home and he was in his house. If I'm not mistaken, and I'm just going by memory, and he blew that man's car up. But because there was only female fingerprints on whatever the Molotov cocktail, whatever they threw, it was only female prints on it. He had a female do that. Somebody, allegedly. He said it. He was standing right there. What am I talking about? He blew up that man's car. He was right there, girl. It's just insane. When he found out that Cassie was seeing him. But I believe that, and we're going to get back to it because I'm waiting on the update, but I believe that they all three was already sleeping with all this freaky stuff going on. And Kid Cudi will put on a dress in a minute. Okay? So I think they already was sleeping together, and then Cassie just kept seeing, because Cassie would only be with people she was comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? All that crazy world that she was in, and people thought we're not even going to get into that, y'all. Let's wait on the update. Okay, 3 minutes ago, 1 minute. No, we're pretty much updated. Oh, wait a minute. Yep. So somebody named Giovanni is speaking right now. I guess he's from, I don't know, wherever they're at. But he said he's from Entry One or something, Reentry One. So I feel like maybe it was a worker or something like that, maybe an employee. I don't know. But this person is speaking on behalf of Diddy. Now, where is it? Did I put it up here? Now, y'all, while we're waiting on an update, let me see what I have. I heard a lot of chatter, and questions being asked if, whatever the judge decides and, Diddy has to do his time or whatever, can he, or will you think that Trump would pardon Diddy? And I had to think about that for a minute. And I'm like, well, I highly doubt it. But Did y'all not hear what Diddy said about Trump? I don't know if you guys have heard. And after I heard that, which I've already heard because I brought it up, I'm like, well, do they remember the interview he had with Charlamagne the God? He damn near tore Trump a new apple. What are we talking about here? And then I'm like, the response that Trump had, right? I don't know if you guys know that or not. Most likely it's not going that way, but I don't even need that. What I need is, I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all because I'm like, wait a minute, I know I'm not tripping. And there's no way that big dog would do it. Too much pride. He has to be on top. I mean, come on now. Your relationship is probably trash when it comes to him. Okay, after this, let me go ahead and play this for y'all. Hold on. And let me see if there's any more updates before I even get to it, you guys. Come on now, we need some updates. Nope. I think there's a couple of other sources, but once you get to like a certain way that somebody like writes, it's better than reading everybody else's writing. And they're just like minutes apart anyway. Okay, so after 4 minutes, we are still good, you guys. Let me go ahead. And do you guys also remember? Hold on. Let me come back right quick. Y'all also remember Capricorn Clark? See if I can pull up this picture. Is this Capricorn Clark? Now, y'all, this is Capricorn Clark, y'all. Okay? And let me tell you a little bit about this, about Capricorn Clark. I'm going to break this down for a little bit. A little bit of tea coming out on, Sean Diddy while we waiting for the updates. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. I'm on it. Let's see. No. Oh, yeah, we are. Hold on. 10 seconds ago. Now, this is still Giovanni talking. He says, Judge, we are eager to work with Mr. Combs in the same way. We have established engagements in communities in need. Lastly, our mission is centered in the idea that the closest to the problem will solve it. The judge says, okay, thank you very much. So that was him talking. I guess he done. The judge says, okay, thank you very much. Let's see what's next, y'all. Let's see what is next. Most likely the I think they have one more person if the judge approves it, and I think they'll be done, right? You think the defense is going to be done right now? Hold on, 45 seconds ago. Yeah. So that's ended. The judge spoke. I think the judge is going to speak again. All right. 1 minute ago, we are up to date, you guys. Now, for Capricorn Clark, just something right quick. Oops, I almost dropped my shit. Okay, so just something right quick. Remember, she started out as Diddy's personal assistant, and she rose all the way up to running the marketing for Sean John fashion line. But the way she tells it, those years weren't just about the fashion shows and campaigns. They were about surviving. Do you hear me say that word, surviving? Surviving. Intimidation, threats, and kidnapping by Diddy himself. She testified that between 2004 and 2018, that Diddy repeatedly threatened her. You heard me. But her most gut-wrenching testimony is when she described the night that Diddy showed up to her LA apartment. Like he was mad. He was waving a GUN, and he ordered her to get dressed. He made her get into the car and told her that they were headed to Kid Cudi's house. Remember, I was talking about the Kid Cudi shit? This shit goes deep. And you finna what? You think 14 months is enough? You're out your rabbit ass mind. You're out your mind. Now, look, he told him that they were going to Kid Cudi's house, all right? And he lived in the Hollywood Hills. This is when he had just found out that Cassie was in like an on again, off again girlfriend dating. They was on and off again, him and Cassie. And so she started on that off again, she started dating Cudi. And she just broke down in tears and recalled and kept telling us like what Diddy said, that he was going to unalive her. Yeah. He was going to unalive him. Now, she said that Diddy left her sitting in the car, and then one of the security men came inside looking for, Cudi. Yeah. And she's telling the jury this. The jury, they were already familiar with the story because the other witnesses that had touched on this also spoke of that. So there was more than just her talking about this. But hearing it from Clark herself, a woman, who had worked directly under Diddy, hit different, y'all. It hit real different. And this was in the court. She testified. She did. All right, you guys, hold on. Let's see. 2 minutes ago. Uh-oh. Okay, we got 2. All right. So 2 minutes ago, Agnifilio, one of the defense attorneys, says, "It's getting late. I'll be brief. I started in Manhattan DA's office in 1990. We mostly had to put people in jail. In 1996, the Center for Court Innovation started. John Jay did a lot of studies. DB tends to, I guess, be some from childhood trauma. DB tends to some from childhood trauma." I don't know what that means exactly, but he goes on to say doctors found that Sean had PTSD. He grew up without a father. He grew up without his father. His father was red rummed when he was a baby. The family didn't tell him how his father was unalive, but he picked it up from the street. He gave a commencement address at Howard in 2014. This is in the damn video. What this lawyer is saying right now, we get ready to read it again. Let me see. What he just said was in like a documentary, almost verbatim, allegedly. Very, very close, damn close to it. Like, if I don't remember that, because you know what? I watched like not the history of Diddy, but like a documentary of Diddy where it showed where he grew up, and all of that, and how he didn't know about his father, but he learned it in the streets. That was like the intro to the video. That's crazy. We watched the same video. That's all I can say. If not, it's eerily like damn near spot on. For it to like trigger my memory, and I did watch that whole documentary on Diddy. I did. And that's how I knew all that. And that's how I know about when he was at Howard and he went and beat that girl up and went totally berserk, went off. And he used to be the one that threw all the parties. Anyways, let's get back. Yep. That was almost textbook, y'all. Sounded like a script, but hey. Okay, so we are up to date as of 3 minutes ago. And okay, so yeah, y'all. So I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit about Capricorn Clark, who testified, right? Now, the prosecutors were using Clark's testimony to strengthen, the racketeering charges against Combs, which they later, lost, right? But they were trying to show that the empire that he had built, it wasn't just glitz and glam. It was fear, it was control, it was violence, it was intimidation. And also what he was found guilty of. the trafficking, the prostitution, transport. And he was denied bail like what, 2-3 times? But she did that. She testified. She put her trauma, on full display in court, and she spoke up. I'm glad that she did. And it looks like, Diddy's little carefully built empire is unraveling brick by brick. I'm just saying. That is crazy. Will this be the final nail in the coffin, like this and the other stories that are going to corroborate this? It looks like the judge is going to take that into consideration. That's all I'm saying. It looks like this is going to be in the decision, the totality of all of it. But we'll see, y'all. We'll see. Let me see if there's any more updates. But yeah, I just wanted to let you in on, a little bit about Capricorn Clark. It's crazy, y'all. So I don't want to hear that, no, she didn't have nothing to do with none of that. She didn't have nothing to do with none of that. What you got to say about that? She wasn't no intimate partner. She wasn't no side chick. So I'm just showing, right? This is how Diddy was. Let's see if there's any more updates, you guys. This is how Diddy was. That's how he was. Janitor, I don't know. Assistant, you know what I'm saying? Maid, driver, manager, children. He didn't give a fuck. If you ask me, he didn't give a damn. Girl, 14 months. Give me a damn break. All this stuff I just done brought up, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. I couldn't even pull up the lawsuits that I had ready for y'all. 66 and probably counting. Yes, okay. Crazy work. All right, we are up to date as of 3 minutes ago. You guys know I'm refreshing. I got my eye on the prize, y'all. I will keep you updated. Yeah, you guys. So, just with what I presented to you alone, all under the blanket of some of it's allegedly, not the ones where they went to go testify. Not Capricorn Clark. She literally went on the stand and said this. But I'm talking about, the Kim Porter, the things that are still out there, the totality of all that, what I just told you. Think that's worth 14 months? That's the tip of the iceberg. Okay? Just documented of many of fights that went on between Kim, specifically the one, remember when she pushed Diddy downstairs? Remember when she got stabbed by that whatever it was, I don't even remember, corkscrew or something like that. Yeah. She got her nose broke. He broke her nose. She said that. Yeah, you guys. I think I even read her book online one time. Let's see if there's any updates, you guys. Okay, 1 minute ago. Okay, yes, we got one. Hold on. Oh, no, we got two. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Okay, so we say Combs, defense Agnifilio speaking, he said he found in the microfilm there how his father was unalive in a drug deal gone bad. Maybe that's the trauma. He had major depressive disorder. Okay, I'm going to sit down 5 minutes. Then Mr. Slavic and Mr. Combs, the last word. So he's going to sit down for 5 minutes. Mr. Slavic is coming up to speak. I guess another one of his lawyers. And then Sean Combs himself is going to close it out. He's going to get up and speak for himself. 1 minute ago, Agnifilio continues and says, I am asking you to release him today. He's been punished publicly. Everyone knows every twist and turn in this case. This is also a form of general deterrence. The publicity that he got, Mrs. Ventura's lawsuit, it destroyed his businesses. And this is the defense lawyer Agnifilio speaking out for Sean Combs. Okay. All right. We are up to date on that, y'all. So we are just basically on sentencing watch. Now, does this go on for a day, or is it one day? Isn't a sentencing one day? Like, we're going to know. We're going to know today. Right? I don't know. I don't know what we got, y'all, but we are waiting for an update. Okay, here we go. Hold on. All right, so as of 45 seconds ago, it says Agnifilio continues and says, we are proposing mental health treatment, a domestic violence program. Sometimes group programs are the best. October's domestic violence awareness mind. I'm not asking for a life sentence. I'm asking for a mental health, the root problem. Oh, now they're saying he got a mental health problem. That's the root problem. So that is what the defense is saying, you guys. Let's see if we have any more updates. Wow. Y'all, let me see. That's crazy. Let me see if there's any more updates, you guys. So they're proposing mental health. The defense is proposing mental health. This is the turn that they're taking. All right. So we are no longer on the he's extremely violent, but we're not here for the DB. We're not here for no DB. Okay. Now we done switched over to we are proposing mental health all the way. A domestic violence program. You know, sometimes group programs are best. You know, and we're in domestic violence, awareness month. Hello, it's October. We're not asking for a life sentence. We're just asking for mental health, which is the root problem. So you think? So is being a psychopath and a narcissist. Sheesh. Anyways, y'all, let's see. We are waiting for the updates. Nope, 3 minutes. As of 3 minutes ago, we are pretty much up to date, you guys. We are pretty much up to date, y'all. Now, while we wait on that, I wanted to show you the reason why, if we look to our leader of the free world, it's probably going to be a hard no. And I'm going to show you why, okay? Because I found the interview. I'm going to play it for you guys, all right? What interview am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about the interview that Diddy did with Charlemagne the God, where he shredded Donald to death. All right? Absolutely annihilated any chance I feel of getting a favor from that man. Let's go ahead and get into this, you guys, while we wait on the update. And I'm always refreshing. I'm always waiting on the update. Thank you guys so much for tapping in with Blonay Got Tea, y'all. Make sure you smash that like button. If you guys are feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe and make sure you share out this live so that hold on, y'all. Speaking of sharing out this live, Hold on, you guys. I'm about to bring it up right now. All right, so let me see if there's any more updates. And I'm about to just bring up this interview. And of course, you know, if there's any updates, I'm going to interrupt. Duh. So you're not going to miss anything, you guys. But I just want y'all to see this. Let's see if there's any updates. Okay, let's see. Let's see. All right, here we go, guys. Now, all right, so as of 28 seconds ago, the prosecutor Slavic says, back to the Dylan Jordan case. Let's zoom out. Why did Judge Cronin take into account the previous sentence? Because Jordan knew it was wrong. He quit the business before he was prosecuted. Here, the defendant continued crime. So he brought up the Jordan case. This is now the prosecution speaking, you guys. And they're like trying to show the difference between the cases that they're trying to present. In one, Jordan knew it was wrong and he quit the business. But in this case, for Sean, he kept on going. So that is their argument, or, you know, what they're putting out to us as far as the state goes, right? Their answer to the defense, basically. Okay, you guys, hold on. All right, so let me go ahead and bring up this video. Let me see if there's any other updates, you guys. Y'all take a listen to this and then answer that question. Now I'm asking you, but hold that thought until after you watch this video. All right. Now, as of 35 seconds ago, the prosecution continues. It says, pimps control their victims. That's what happened here. $1.4 million would be 90-some free calls. There were more than that here. Mr. Driscoll challenged us to find a abusive text like he quoted. But this case has physical abuse on video. Okay, so that is the prosecution, you guys. And their answer to the defense, an argument on why Diddy should get 135 months. 11 years, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, compared to the defense wanting the 14 months time served and released today. You're asking for a lot. Okay. All right, so that was as of a minute, 35 seconds ago, guys. Hold on. All right, as of a minute ago, we are up to date. Let me go ahead and play this for you guys. And I will cut in if we have any type of update, okay?
It's helpful that we will have her in there because we need to keep her and him accountable. And at least we have, somebody that we could dialogue with, somebody that we could relate to in office. But his cabinet is going to have to reflect that. And that's why, our black party is going to keep that pressure on. He has 4 years of pressure as we mobilize and we build this thing. We're going to be in their face, in the administration's face, talking about our agenda.
I refuse to believe that nobody from that camp reached out to you.
The regular, just the regular ways of, wanting to get celebrities to support it. It's not just about this election. I'm trying to come up with a solution for future elections.
So when you said hold your vote, they reached out and they was like, well, how can we get you on board? How can we get you on?
I didn't have conversations. I don't really like, really getting on the phone and talking to politicians. I didn't meet and really talk to Obama until, after he was out of office. So with politics, I try to stay away from that. It's like Trump's camp tried to reach out. But my thing wasn't, how can I get one of them in office? My thing is, how can I end this black insanity of us continuing to be a part of a team that doesn't love us? You know, how can we create our own team?
Let me ask you a question. Will voting prevent bloodshed? Meaning like, okay, we get Trump out. Will that prevent bloodshed?
The only thing that will prevent bloodshed is if they stop killing us. I don't think that us as a people can handle like one more hashtag. I know we're at the breaking point. There's a new Negro, and that new Negro, that new black person is not scared, is not fearful, they're not afraid to die. They understand that this is life and that violence has to be an option. What will give us some time to really step into the momentum of the unity and love is let's get Trump out of office. If Trump's in
How you think them chances are going? Because I know he's going to have a Hail Mary. He's going to have a Hail Mary if you know, if things don't work out in his favor. Now, we do have an update, you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. We got an update, okay? As of a minute ago. Hold on, let me refresh. As of a minute ago, the prosecution continues and says defendant is a master puppeteer. His video has better production values than the Intercontinental Hotel video, but that shows who he is. Right now, he would apologize to his victims. 5 lawyers spoke for him. Mr. Steele said Cassie wanted it. All right, y'all. It's getting sticky. It is getting sticky, y'all. Hold on, 2 minutes. All right, here we go. As of 35 seconds ago, prosecution continues and says, we ask for a significant sentence here. The judge says, thank you, Mr. Combs. Thank you. And he says, Mr. Combs. And Steele comes up and says, can we take a comfort break? So they're about to take a break, y'all. Okay, hold on. Uh-oh, here we go. All right, so the judge is back at 4 p.m. All right, so what is that? It's 1. Oh, 4 p.m. So 12, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we got about 8 minutes, you guys, because our time, West Coast time, it's 12:52. So 1 p.m., judge will be back. So we got, okay, so let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. This is why, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is really so that you guys can see, you know, Sean Diddy Combs speaking about, you know, the president. And all of the things that he said, this just goes to the type of person, character, demeanor that he is, and it's just echoing through everything that he's doing. And I just wanted to highlight that as well as what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? But then wants to backtrack and possibly ask this man for pardon. And I'm just trying to really say, I don't think that's going to happen. Okay? And this is why. Let's go, you guys. I'm going to rewind it just a little bit. Make sure you tap that like.
Understand that this is life and that violence has to be an option. What will give us some time to really step into the momentum of the unity and love is let's get Trump out of office. If Trump's in office, there's going to be bloodshed.
Well, then you're going to have Trump's supporters who pissed off that he's not in there no more. So they're going to get buck regardless.
Yeah, if they get buck.
We got a nuck.
No, if they get buck, I wish they would.
Word. Word. Mm-hmm.
They get buck, we're going to eat their arms off. We're not going to keep on playing with these people. You know? We have one job first right now, and that's to get Trump out of office. And then what we could do that is a nonviolent action is we could mobilize and organize politically.
Yeah, you know, when you keep talking about mobilizing and organizing, that's literally all you've been doing your entire career, though.
Yes.
Like, you mobilize people to go to the liquor store. You mobilize people to buy records. You mobilize people, you know, to buy clothes. Like, you should be able to do that when it comes to politics.
You have a lot of scary people. People are with, you know, incremental change. That's not going to get us anywhere. If we stay on this trajectory, in 30 years, we'll have zero wealth. And all of that is tied back to if we unify. If we don't unify politically, we don't unify economically, and most importantly, we don't unify in love, then we're not going to last. They have us on a planned trajectory for 30 years for my daughters and sons to be broke. Everybody to be broke, like zero wealth.
I wonder if we should be the ones having these conversations, or should we be standing by the people who really, really do this for a living and empowering them?
When I build my businesses, I put best in class in there. So our Black Party is going to have best in class in all areas. People from our community. He wasn't born independent, he was born Black. And we have to seize our political power, because it'll just be more the same. Being pushed this way, being pushed that way, and we expecting a different result. But the definition of insanity is like doing the same thing over and over the same way, expecting a different result, and it's not going to happen. So we have to change the tone. We got to start with us stepping up and really taking the responsibility and accountability to be a part of this political movement.
The hardest part of that is going to be getting other Black people to buy into it.
This is not for all Black people. You know what I'm saying? This is not for the none of us expected. I think this president has done a great job of rattling America. When you move in fear, you don't have any leverage. The way I felt before is the way I still feel. Things have got too serious of a point. Seeing what's going on, white men like Trump need to be banished. That way of thinking is real dangerous. This man literally threatened the lives of us and our families about going to vote.
Stand back and stand by.
Stand back and stand by.
Yeah.
We're in a war. We're not taking this like it's a war. We taking this like, oh, we're in.
I know y'all hearing this, right? This is literally what this man is saying. And now you want to ask for, what do y'all think? You want to ask for a pardon? Are we sure about that? There is little faith in a pardon, okay? Now we know in August of this year, he was convicted of the 2 prostitution-related charges. And that's when his attorney revealed that they had contacted the representatives of Trump, y'all remember, to request a pardon. Why do you think I'm bringing this up? Now, when Trump was asked about the possibility in an interview with Newsmax, he stated that, they talked about, they talked to me, they have talked to me about, Sean, but did not elaborate any further. He did. He elaborated a little further. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Let's see. Are we back yet? Okay, we got 1 more minute, you guys. Yeah, you heard what that man said, though. You heard what he said. I'm just putting it out there for you guys. Like, it's only a little bit left. Let's go ahead, okay? I think we got about a minute left before they come back in.
Too serious of a point. Seeing what's going on, white men like Trump need to be banished. That way of thinking, it's real dangerous. This man literally threatened the lives of us and our families about going to vote.
Stand back and stand by.
Stand back and stand by.
Yeah.
We're in a war. We're not taking this like it's a war. We're taking this like, oh, we're in a presidential election. No, we're in a war of love versus hate. The number one priority is to get Trump out of office. The tribe of people that have the responsibility and really should be scared to death of this man is white people.
Explain.
If this man is elected, we're not standing by no more getting killed. We're not scared of anybody standing up and standing by. We're on the verge of a race war. If people in America want a race war, they'll not vote. I'm an independent, first of all. When I vote, I try to do what's best for my community.
Let's be clear on that. You're not standing behind your decision to hold your vote anymore.
Y'all saw that. Y'all saw that and you heard that. We should be right on time. Let's see if there's any updates. Y'all saw that and you heard that. He said he need to be banished. That's what he said. Stand back and stand by. He called the presidential election a whole war. And then said it was a race war. He said the best thing that can be done is to get Trump out of office. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Think you got a chance? You think you got a stab at it? You think you should take you think you should take a stab at it again? Because the first time was a firm no. Okay? He like, just because I'm in a picture with you don't mean a damn thing. Hell, we see Trump in a picture with whatever that man's name is. What is that? Epstein. And he's still looking like and so yeah. Just because you're in a picture with that man don't mean a damn thing. I think it's gonna be null and void. I don't know. Let me see if there's any updates, you guys. But yeah, as far as that goes, I think we need to take that out of the conversation after seeing this. After seeing that video, I think that needs to be removed from the conversation. I think that needs to be removed as an option, sir. Please remove it from the roster. There will be no more bids to ask for a pardon from this president. All right? I'm just saying. I think your chances are slim to none. And also, the first time it was a firm no. All right? Yeah, y'all. Let's see. We are waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting for an update, you guys. Let's see. But they should be back by now, right? Well, they're probably back, but everybody got to trickle in, sit down, and, you know, even though we don't have the jury or nothing like that, but still. Like when you leave, everybody like leaves, really. So I guess everybody's trickling back in. We should have an update soon, you guys. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? You guys sound off in the comments. And thank you so much for tapping into Blonay Got Tea. We are here for the Sean Diddy Combs sentencing hearing. And we heard from the defense. We've heard from the prosecution. We've heard from his children. We have watched a video that was submitted by Diddy to the courts. We, us alone, the VIPs, went and I read the letter that he wrote to the judge. On top of, he's going to speak, okay? He's going to close it out for the defense. And then we will hear the sentencing, you guys. You guys stick around, smash that like button, share out this live. And, you know, if you guys are feeling the vibe, go ahead and definitely subscribe. Let me know where you are tapping in from. Currently, right now, it is 1:05 p.m. right here on the West Coast. Let me know where you guys are at, all right? What's going on in your neck of the woods, all right? I'm up here sounding like a New Yorker and shit, talking about, all right? Oh my God. All right. Let's see. Okay, we're waiting on the updates, you guys. We are waiting on the updates. And out of just a little bit we covered, like with the Capricorn Clark, a little recap on what happened to Cassie. As a matter of fact, I want to do a little bit of recap on what happened to Cassie while we're waiting, okay? Might as well. Let me go ahead and remove this. Hold on. But I wanted to kind of recap on what happened to Cassie and the reason why I feel like he's going to get closer to 135 months. He's going to get closer to what the state is requesting, and he's damn sure ain't getting no 14 months. All right. Now, am I the judge? No. Do I know what he's going to be decided? No. Do I know his range? Yes. The maximum he can go is 20 years. And even though, do I think he's going to go that far? No. But for him to have that range going that way, I'm leaning more towards, you know, more time. Now, we don't know, you guys. We have to wait for the final gavel, and that is not me. But we can talk about it, right? Let me go ahead and show this video to you guys of what happened to Cassie. Hold on, you guys. I'm going to bring that up. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Before I do that, you guys, hold on. I think there might be an update. Let's see. Okay, so the last person that was talking. All right, here we go, guys. All right. So as of 4:06 p.m., they're back. Sean Combs stands at the defense table. One of the hardest things I've had to handle has been having to be quiet and not express how sorry I am for my actions. I don't take that lightly. I would like to apologize to Cassie Ventura and her family. So this is Diddy speaking, y'all. Let me turn the music off. Let's see. Hold on. So this is Diddy speaking, you guys. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Let me see. All right. Okay, so this is Diddy speaking, you guys. Hold on, let me see. All right, so now this is a 2016 hotel surveillance footage of Cassie, you guys. All right, let me go ahead and play this for you guys. We are still waiting on the update. And Diddy is on the stand. I mean, Diddy is not on the stand, but he is at the what did I say? He was at the witness table. Hold on, y'all. He was standing at the defense table, so he's standing up. and he's speaking. And he says, one of the hardest things I had to do, has been having to be quiet and not express how sorry I am for my actions. I don't take that lightly. I would like to apologize to Cassie Ventura and her family. I apologize to Jane for bringing you into this mess. I would like to apologize to all the victims of domestic violence. I know that the disgusting video triggered people. I was sick from the D-rugs. I needed help, but I didn't get the help. Okay, so this is him. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, you guys. This is him speaking. So Diddy is really like, this is a Hail Mary. He is literally standing and speaking to the judge. Okay? Hold on, y'all. Now let's see. Let's see what else he's saying, y'all. Let me refresh it because I know it's going to just probably go ahead and go on and on. Okay, so. Hold on, y'all. All right, so he says, I knew better. My faith taught me better. I'm not this larger than life person. I'm just a human being. I'm trying my best. I lost my freedom and the opportunity to raise my children and be there for my mother. I lost all my businesses. Me. Wah. That's what he's saying, y'all. He goes on to say, I hate myself right now. I've been stripped down to nothing. I want to apologize to my 7 children. I am sorry. You deserve better. To my mother, I feel you taught me better. All right? This is Diddy speaking for himself, y'all. He will be the last to speak before we go. I guess we hear the sentencing, y'all. Okay? Wow. Okay, let's see. All right, so here we go. 4 seconds ago, he continues. I let down my community. I wanted to show we could take care of our own problems. I got lost. I'm not this bad person. I'm sorry to my community. I let y'all down. People can change. I know I've changed. That's 4 seconds ago, y'all. Let's go. Let's see. Okay. All right. We're pretty caught up. It's about to be another one. Let's go. All right. Let's see, you guys. Let me make sure my voice is good too. Let's see, you guys. Let me make sure my voice is good too. All right. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. All right, 16 seconds ago, he continues. Sometimes you have to go through life experiences. These are not excuses. I can't change the past, but I can change the future. I beg your honor for mercy to be a father again, to be a son again, a leader in my community again, to get the help I need. He is begging, y'all. He is throwing himself at the mercy of this court. All right? That is what Sean Combs is doing right now. That is what he is doing right now, y'all. Okay. Wow, y'all. This is crazy. Let's keep going. Let's see if there's another update. No, it's gonna be a minute. He's giving us a lot though, because he got to type all this, and I'm pretty sure Diddy is pouring out his heart. Let's see, or putting on his best performance to try to keep his black ass out of jail. However you want to look at it. All right, so it continues, you guys. 12 seconds ago, Diddy continues. I don't want to let God down. I have no one to blame but myself. I know I will never put my hands on another person again. I'm willing to comply with any conditions. Me sharing my story, it's not a scheme to get less time. This story is tragic. Oh my God. It's just, I don't know, you guys. It's just like it is back to him. You know what I'm saying? Me, please. I mean, I guess that's what a last plea for freedom would sound like. But it's just so like, self-centered and like, but in a narcissistic way, right? I don't know. Let's see if we have any more updates, you guys. 1 minute ago, nope. As of 1 minute ago, we are good. We are good. Let's see. All right, as of 8 seconds ago, he continues. He says, if your honor gives me a chance to share my story, this has a positive impact. Thank you to the jury. Your honor gave me the confidence in the jury to believe that I did not have to testify. They sacrificed 8 weeks. I thank them for not guilty. So this is what he's saying, y'all. Oh my God. Let's see. All right, let's look and see if there's any more updates. Currently, Diddy is speaking for himself. He is standing at the defense table and addressing the judge, okay? This is his last ditch effort in order to solidify his freedom. And I honestly don't think it's going to work, but, we're here for the whole process. And that's what we have to do. Yeah, it's just sad. What's up, Crazy Goose? She said, yeah, and he seemed afraid. This is sad. Welcome, Tiffany. Welcome, honey. Yeah. Yeah, you guys. So let's see what Sean Diddy Combs is saying right now. We are good at, 30 seconds ago. He's still talking. He says, I take full responsibility for my Mann Act convictions. They want you to make an example of me. I want you to think about making an example of what a person can do if they get another chance. Consider the beautiful children who spoke for me. He's really regurgitating, because this is what you said in your letter. Like it's scriptish. Didn't I tell y'all? It's very scriptish, y'all. Even what one of the defense said when he spoke about that. And the daddy, like, isn't that from the documentary that I just saw on YouTube? Like, wasn't that in the beginning? Like, allegedly. And I saw that a while ago, and that triggered that because of the wording, and it was almost like verbatim. That's what triggered it. Yeah, y'all, let's see what else he's saying. Diddy is currently standing at the defense table speaking for himself. All right, it goes on. As of 40 seconds ago, he continues and says, no matter what anyone say, I know that I'm truly sorry. Thank you, Your Honor. All right. Okay, so we're done. We're done with the defense. Diddy has spoken. That is it. He was the last one. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's get the ball rolling. All I ever wanted was a black Grand National. F being rational. Give them what they asked for. Come on now. So here we are, guys. I'm just being funny. Let's take a 5-minute break. So we are on a 5-minute break as of 17 seconds ago. We will be back at 1:25 PST time, and I guess 4:25 Eastern time. Yeah, y'all. So here we are. We are on another break, y'all. Hold on. I'm not supposed to be showing all this bull crap. Yes, you guys, this is where we are. We are taking a 5-minute break, y'all. I'm going to play a series of videos for you for the 5 minutes. Hold on, y'all. Because we already went over the, let me see, hold on now. We already went over, what did I go over? Cassie's testimony and her story. Went over Capricorn Clark, one of the employees' story. We went over Rodney, Little Rod Jones, and his lawsuit that included both Justin Combs for the Chalice Studios incident, and it also included Christian Combs, okay, for the, what is that? The yacht incident, okay? U.S. Virgin Islands, hello. We went over that. We went over Kim Porter and the possibility that Diddy may or may not have something to do with that. She was writing a tell-all book. We knew the DB that was between them, the relationship that was between them, and what she was going to come out and just tell everything. It was a tell-all book of everything she knew. She's been there since Andre Harrell, okay? If anybody had the tea, Kim Porter had the tea. The real from the beginning, kick back, get back, take you back to the hood like K-Swiss. Tea. That would have been the worst time. The closer you get to high school and middle school, that's where the worst tea, okay? Because they don't only know you, they know you, right? All right, you guys. So yeah, let's see if there's any. Oh, well, we're 5 minutes in. Hold on, let me play. I was gonna play you guys a video. Hold on. We're looking at this video right now. But hold on. I went over the video of what Sean Diddy Combs said on the interview with Showing Me the God, okay, about the president and all of the things he said. You know, we wanted him banished, get him out of office. He turned the whole presidential campaign into a WAR. And we remember, you ain't been sober in 25 years till you hit that jail cell. So you were stumbling to the truck through the drink and the drugs, all right? You was probably talking to him right here, talking crazy out the side of your neck. But that's neither here nor there, right? The facts are the facts, and ultimately it's in the judge's hands, and we are just here to see it play out, right? We are just here to see it play out. Now, remember his apology? Let's listen to this. Remember his apology after the tape came out? I mean, the video came out of Cassie. Let's listen to that, because we haven't heard that quite yet, right? Hold on, you guys. Let's go ahead and get to that. I'm just going to let this play out, you guys, but for some reason it won't let me pull it up. We are on a 5-minute break. This is ultimately what happened to Cassie in the 2016 Intercontinental Hotel incident. All right. And this is what we're seeing, you guys. Now, I wanted to forward it to, okay, so we got this. Hold on. Mr. Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched Miss Ventura. This is all in the paperwork, you guys. running down there like a crazy maniac. Following her hotel, yelling at her. He grabbed at her and then took a glass vase out the hallway and threw it at her. Look at that. Crazy is all outside. That man is crazy. This is absolutely unacceptable. This is beyond DB. This is absolutely beyond DB. You mean to tell me that you want to let this man out and he did all this? Preposterous. He could have really hurt somebody. Wow, wow, wow. The same man that made her get a breast augmentation back to back. You are absolutely sinister, sir. You are absolutely diabolical. Gut-wrenching video is so correct. But let's hear his apology. Why don't you? Let's hear what he had to say after he denied all of this happening. Okay? Are we back from the break? Because I'm just yapping. No, we got a little time, y'all. Oh, no, we don't. Let's see. I will pause it right there and then we'll hear what he had to say, y'all. But I'm back on detail duty. Let's see what's going on. Make sure you smash that like button, you guys. Thank you guys for tapping in. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to my day ones. Shout out to all my VIPs. I do it for the pure love of the game, right? The pure love of the craft. The pure love of new media. Uh-oh. Anyways, y'all, I keep trying to catch it, but I can't. So I'm not going to play that again. Hold on. We're just going to stop sharing that. But you guys get the picture, right? I showed you guys that. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to stop it. Okay. All right, you guys. We are waiting for them to come back. We should hear something. You guys, this is down to the wire. We've heard everybody. We've heard I think maybe the prosecution is coming back or something. I don't know. But Diddy's done. The defense is done. We've made it over that hump. It is 4:30, I think, there. So I think we're going to wrap this up by 5. So I don't think this is the 2-day, 3-day thing, is it? All right. So we are back. 4:26. We are right on time, you guys. They're back. Now, this is the judge speaking. At the outset, I want you to understand, Mr. Combs, you are not being sentenced for acquitted conduct. But under 3553, I must consider many things. Mr. Combs, you are a self-made artist who has inspired a community of color. Uh-oh, here we go. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn this music off. I just wanted that to kind of get us through it. Hold on. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. This is the judge speaking. He's laying it out, y'all. Now, while we're waiting, hold on, y'all. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, we're still good. We're still good, you guys. We are still good. Now, why is the other video not here? Hold on. Okay, we're waiting on the judge to continue speaking. And he's laying it all out, you guys. This is the moment that we have been waiting for. And this is the sentencing. All right, let's see. All right. 28 seconds ago, the judge is speaking. He says, we saw the video, the free game course in the MDC. The court hopes you continue to expand it. You are devoted to your family. The court, of course, considers the collateral consequences. The court has to consider all of your history here. Okay, y'all. Let's see if there's any more updates. Oh, God. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. Let me see if there's any more updates. Okay, let's see. Let us see, y'all. All right, here we go. Here we go. As of 25 seconds ago, the judge continues. A history of good works can't wash away the record in this case. You abused these women. You used that abuse to get your way, freak-offs and hotel nights. The evidence of the abuse is massive. I was sitting right here during the testimony. Uh-oh, y'all. This is it. This is it. This is it, y'all. Oh my God. We are just waiting on the update from the judge, you guys. We are just waiting. Shout out to the inner city press, who is right there in the courthouse, who is giving us the up to the minute latest on what's going on. Thank you so much. Shout out to the inner city press. All right, you guys, hold on. And while we're waiting, I just want to reiterate what the judge said. The judge said, a history of good works can't wash away the record in this case. Wow. Wow. So all of these good deeds that you've put in front of us can't be used to wash away anything that we're considering in this case, y'all. The judge says, you abused these women. You used that abuse to get your way, freak-offs and hotel nights. The evidence of the abuse is massive. I was sitting right here during the testimony. Hello? Oh my God. Okay, let me see if there's any more updates. Okay, here we go, guys. The judge says, this was subjugation. That is the reality of what happened. These offenses irreparably harmed two women. You plied them with D-rugs. Why did it happen so long? You had the power and resources to keep it going. You were more than a John. Ooh. What? What? "15 seconds ago, the judge continues. A significant sentence is required to deter. You say you're sorry and you won't do it again. After Mrs. Ventura's civil lawsuit was filed, after the video was public, an investigation started. You had a brutal hotel night with Jane, punched her in the head." Okay, let's go, let's go. This is the judge, y'all. This is it. He said it's necessary. It is necessary. All right, we're still waiting. The judge says a significant sentence is required to deter. You say you're sorry and you won't do it again. After Mrs. Ventura's civil lawsuit was filed. After the video was public and investigation started, you had a brutal hotel night with Jane, punched her in the head. Let's keep going, y'all. Let's keep going, you guys. 21 seconds ago, the judge continues. Jane says he told her, take this PILL. Go out there and S his D. F him. I don't care. The court is not convinced this would not happen again. The court has considered the programs. They are outweighed by the trial record in this case. Ooh. Here we go, y'all. This is it. This is the sentencing. The judge is speaking. And he is laying it out there, y'all. All right. All right, here we go. All right, as of a minute ago, we're good. Let's see. I know it's just coming in. All right, we got a little time. Yeah, y'all. This is it. This is it, you guys. Let's see. All right. I think this is it, you guys. I think he is about to give the sentencing. I think he's about to give the sentence. The judge is. Let's see any updates, you guys. Hold on. 3 minutes ago. Let me see. 1 minute ago. We're still in. We're still in, guys. We're still in. So all of this philanthropy, all of these good deeds, you know, all of this plucking at this heartstrings of everyone in attendance and everyone listening, it's not enough. It's not enough to wipe out this trial record that I sat here through the testimony myself. It's not enough. That's what the judge is saying. Let's see what his final word is, y'all. Let's see. 2 minutes. As of 30 seconds ago. All right. Judge says exploitation and violence against women must be met with real accountability. To promote respect for the law, the court reaches a few conclusions. 135 months would be more than necessary. Okay. So the judge said 11 months would be more than what is necessary. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Let's see, you guys. Okay. We're still, as of 2 minutes, we're still up to date. The judge is getting ready to give his sentencing, you guys. As of a minute ago, he said the court reaches a few conclusions that 135 months would be more than necessary. Okay, let's see. All right, we're still in a minute. You guys, oh my God. The judge is about to hand it down. She is about to hand it down. What is up, Buttercup? Thank you for tapping in and listening. You came right on time because the judge is about to give the sentencing. Now, let's see, you guys. 20 seconds ago, okay? He says a sentence over 11 years is not reasonable. Even the probation department recommends a sentence less than half of that, but 14 months time would not be sufficient. Okay, so that's as of 20 seconds ago. So he's saying even the probation department is requesting half of that time. So about 5 years, 6 years. But what he's saying, 14 months ain't going, we not doing 14 months. We not doing 14 months. All right. So it may be somewhere in between. He may add something because of victim statements, and we don't know. We're waiting. I mean, we really don't have any room to speculate because he's about to tell us. All right, 1 minute in. As of 1 minute ago, we're still good, you guys. All right, as of 1 minute, we are good. Let's see. 7 seconds, okay? The judge says here, the data shows a wide variety of sentencing. Weighing all the relevant factors, the court determines that the sentence is 50 months of incarceration. There y'all have it. 50 months, you guys. $50 months is about 4 years and 2 months. Yep. He got 4 years and 2 months, y'all. That's how much he got. 4 years and 2 months. And he's already been in there a year. So he has 3 years, I guess about 3 years left to serve. Wow. $50 months of incarceration. I think he gets 12 months credit, right? Or 14 months credit. How long has he been in there? Since September, yeah. He's been in there since September. All right. Sean Combs was just sentenced to 50 months of incarceration by the SDNY judge Subramanian. That's B minus the 14 months already served. Okay. All right, y'all. So it's 50 months. That's how much he got. 50 months, y'all. So yeah, he was sentenced to 50 months, y'all. And he says minus, so you got to take away the 14 months. So he got 3 years. You got to stay in there for 3 more years, y'all. I don't think that's enough. I really don't. I do not think that's enough, but that's what the judge gave. So that's what he got. Wow, 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 y'all. So he gave him 50 months. Surprise, surprise, surprise. And I mean, that's it. Let's see if there's anything else, you guys. Nope. 50 months of incarceration. Wow. So he got 3 years left. He got 3 years left. He thought he was getting out today, though, boy. But yeah, y'all, that is it. We did it. We made it through all that. He said, okay, I know. You better be glad it ain't more. Exactly. You better be glad that it ain't more, okay? So that is it, you guys. Diddy was sentenced officially to 50 months. Like I said, that's about 4 years and 2 months. So if you take off 1 year, that leaves him at 3 years in those 2 months, right? 14 months. So he has exactly 3 years left to serve. Three seconds ago. Now the judge is speaking. He says that the court imposes a fine of $500,000, including to defray the cost of imprisonment. There is no restitution, but there is a forfeiture as reflected in the order. There is a $5,000 fine under the statute and a special assessment of $200. So there's his fines in court costs. Let's see. Yeah, y'all. There you have it. Diddy officially, let me see, sentenced to 50 months of incarceration by the SDNY judge, Subramanian. And that's minus the 14 months already served, which leaves him with a solid 3 years left. Okay. Originally, the prosecution, the state wanted 11 months, and the defense wanted time served 14 months. And the probation department suggested half of the 11 years, and he gave a little bit under that. Wow. He sure did, yep. Had a booking and all that. He won't be at that booking. He thought he sure enough was about to get out. Yeah, y'all, there you have it. I'm glad I was able to bring it to you. Wow, he got 50. He got 50 months, you guys. So that is 4 years, right? Yeah, that is. It's 4 years. With a couple of months. Hold on, you guys. Let me see something. Let me see. Let me go in here and see. And you guys, we covered a lot, just waiting on things and in between things. I think we really covered a lot, you know. Let me see. Hold on. And just knowing that his sons are still involved in some of those lawsuits, both Christian. Now, Christian Combs, and the only one not involved is Quincy. The only one not involved, or is Quincy involved? No, I have not heard Quincy. Besides mentioning him, you know, as being Diddy's son, that's the one that is not mentioned. But yeah, y'all, I wanted to bring you that. I mean, I guess I can check and see if there's any more updates, but our business is done here. Our business is done here. We saw the assessment, we saw the chart. Okay, let's see. The judge says you weren't just speaking to the jurors, but to the other victims. You stood up to power. It's not easy. Violence behind closed doors doesn't have to stay secret forever. I know you still bear trauma, but you've taught us you don't have to stay a victim. Okay, that's as of 50 seconds ago. The judge says, I want to speak to the strong women who came forward. Miss Ventura and Jane, you've been through trauma. We can't imagine. Miss Ventura said it was forced SDX and degradation. I want to say we heard you. You weren't just speaking to the jurors, but to other victims. You stood up to power. It's not easy. Violence behind closed doors doesn't have to stay secret forever. I know you still bear trauma, but you've taught us you don't have to stay a victim. All right. And that's what the judge said, addressing both Jane and Cassie. speaking on how brave they are and how much it meant to other victims and what an impact it had. So I appreciate that. Let me see. Let's see if he's going to say anything else. He said, yeah, because I'm just coming back and I'm telling you, you hold my interest. Content is good. All right. Content is so good. Thank you. Thank you, girl. Ooh, yeah. So let us see. I think that is all that the judge had to say, you guys. Let's just make sure for one more update before I let you guys go. Thank you guys so much for everybody in the chat, everybody who, if new followers, if you're your first time here, or if you're one of my day ones, I appreciate you joining the conversation and your input, okay? Couldn't do it without you guys, most definitely. All right, so 2 minutes ago, that's our latest update, you guys. Wow, wow, wow. This was more than interesting. But yeah, so we got 50 months. I don't know if you guys feel that that was fair or not, if you should have got more, should have got less, but that's basically just babble. It is what it is. It is what it is. This is what he got. No more what ifs, no more, wandering and pondering. We fucking know. The judge just told us. And we watched the wheels of justice turn. And I mean, I guess we can walk away with that appreciation, if nothing else. I mean, if you're upset that he got too much time or if you're upset he didn't get enough, the wheels of justice did turn, you guys. All right. And we may not always agree with that. Now, the judge continues and says, as Dr. King taught us, out of the mountain of despair, a stone of hope. Mr. Combs, your mom writes that you have always been a good son. The same power that enabled you to hurt these women, you could use to help. And Combs is sitting with his hand folded, and the judge, as the judge is speaking. Now, I don't know if he has to serve this time, like serve it. He can't like get nothing off or whatever. All he can do is get the 14 months off. Even then, I mean, this is probably an eternity according to him, like 3 more years. 3 more years. And he was anticipating and getting out in 3 more minutes. No, bruh. No. There was no way 14 months would have been good. All right, let's see. All right, that seems to be it. That seems to be it, you guys. I want to thank y'all for hanging with me. We've been here almost 3 hours. We did 3 hours this morning. So I think it was pretty successful. I think we did pretty good in covering it. Time we turn around, he'll be out. Yep, God willing. Okay, let me see. All right, you guys. I'm trying to see if there's any more updates. The judge has any last words, anything to say. All right, the judge says adjourned. That's it. That's it, you guys. The judge says adjourned. We're out of here. All right, you guys. I mean, I bring you the messy on these social media streets while POV brings the tea and the smoke. I want to thank you guys for tapping in for your daily dose of the new media news, real, not fake, because all we want is the truth, okay? I want to make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and of course, join the society. I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate that. Until next time, America.
Thanks for watching. Shout out to my VIPs, and I'll see you on the next video.